Welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums, where we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. It's brought to you by Coca-Cola, Louisiana Lottery, Healthy Blue, the Communities of Color Network Tobacco-Free Living, and Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Hello and welcome to Week 8 of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. We come to you each week from Martha's Bistro, located at 19900 Old Scenic Highway in Zachary, Louisiana. We invite you to come up, have some of their delicious food, and talk a little SU football. Of course, we come on about 5 times a week on TV. You can see the graphic right there, but you can always catch us at your leisure on Facebook and our YouTube channel. So catch us at your leisure. Coach, hard to believe, but we're actually halfway into the 2017 season. The Jaguars stand 3-3, 1-1 in the SWAC. Open date, that means a good time to get some guys some rest from the nicks and bruises of the first half of the season.
Well, exactly. I thought we did a good job of rest and recovery. Really worked on some of our weaknesses, try to get a football team focused and locked in during the bye week. They needed the break. They were excited to get a break, and you know what kind of football team you got when they're excited to come back and they realize how much they missed their teammates. And we're looking forward to getting ready for this week's challenge.
Open date means recruiting, hitting the recruiting trail hard, of course. I read that Coach Chennis Berry was in Atlanta looking for some players. Coach, where did some of your other coaches go, and did y'all see some good players that you want to get?
Well, exactly. I thought we covered the state of Louisiana, which is, been a pet peeve of mine since I've been here, is that we make sure that we go to area high school in the state of Louisiana. That does not mean we go get players from area high school, but I think, my calling card has been we owe it to the taxpayers of this state to make sure that we knock on the doors and try to lure some of the talent here, and we try to find the guys that fit what we're trying to do. And some go some other places, but for the most part, I think we get exactly what we need to be successful at Southern University.
Well, Coach, as is our tradition here on open dates, we put together a nice highlight package of the biggest defensive hits to show the audience what happened in the first 6 games. So we're going to roll that highlight package and talk over it. Coach, we started this season with some tough games at some D1s, Southern Miss and UTSA. But when we play at our level, we've played pretty well. We had a great win against South Carolina. We beat Fort Valley, and our first SWAC game, we lost to Alcorn. We should have won that. But our second SWAC game, we won and got on the right track. But your defense in the last 2 games has really been playing lights out.
Well, that's it, and hopefully we continue that, and I think that's what it has to be going down the stretch. Being able to play consistent and being very good against the run. If we do that, we get ourselves a chance to be successful.
Coach, talking about the defense, I've said on the show a number of times, really impressed with what the secondary has been doing with the leadership of Danny Johnson and Demario Houston coming on, and some of the other guys. You really have had, there's Danny picking off one right there. You really have had some good secondary play. What would you say is the biggest need on defense moving into the heart of the SWAC schedule?
Well, really, we're trying to always get bigger as a football team, just looking for length at linebacker. And we got to replace 3 corners, so really trying to find some corners to come in, probably a couple mid-year guys, and go from there. But I think we got a lot of guys coming back that have played a lot of snaps, and doing it the way we do it by playing freshmen and getting guys ready to play. We're always going to be able to have a football team that just need to fill in a few spots to be successful going into the next year.
You saw Danny Johnson with his circus interception that he made on that last play, and here you see Tiller taking one in for a touchdown. Coach, that young man is having a lights-out senior season. Aaron Tiller has got to be the leader of the defense.
Well, he's a guy that's making plays and always around that football. Our sack leader, just all-out effort guy, and you're right, he's having a great season. And we're going to need him to take his game to another level going down the stretch.
Coach, a big defensive end, Simeon Houston, nicked up early, played last game. How's he coming along? How's his health?
Oh, he's great. He's back. You know, he's overcome some injuries. The bye week really helped him, so look forward to him being full speed going down the stretch run.
Coach, another kid that, I really like his game, and I think he's a big hitter, seems to be an intense player, is Augustine. How's his health? How's he doing?
Doing great. You know, I really thought our football team came out of the bye week healthy. We got some guys that's been out. Isaiah Wilkes is a defensive lineman that was playing for us. He's back. Simeon Houston is back. You know, our guys are fresh. Herb Edwards was beat up. He's healthy. Rodriguez, one offensive lineman, he's healthy. So, and Austin Howard, he's much improved now. He's as healthy as he's been since the start of the season. He's very close to being 100%. So we're looking forward to these guys really playing well going down the stretch.
We're talking about Austin Howard. We'll look at the offense when we come back on the second segment of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Stay with us.
The biggest scratch-off game of the season is here. It's Saints Game On from the Louisiana Lottery. Your chance to win up to $100,000. Scratch the back for an extra game. Enter the second chance drawings for VIP suite experiences, a deluxe limo experience, a tunnel team experience, official autographed team merchandise, and the grand prize, a 2018 season ticket package. Play Saints Game On from the Louisiana Lottery for your chance to make this your winning season.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Each morning in Baton Rouge, we rise to meet opportunity. We carry the weight of responsibility proudly. We choose our paths. We move fast and we fly high. We light the way for others to follow. We make it happen. But what really matters is what happens when we land at home. Baton Rouge Metropolitan Airport. Fly easy.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums, where we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program each week. Coach, talking about recruiting, one of the things that has always been hit or miss for Southern University for as long as I can remember is recruiting the greater Baton Rouge area. A lot of the people in the city and a lot of the coaches say Southern doesn't recruit Baton Rouge well enough. We've got a lot of good football players in the area. I, for one, hate to see it when we lose a kid and he goes to another school that we have to play. And one of those guys is Chad Williams, who played at Madison Prep, now went to Grambling, now he's in the league. How hard is it to really cover all of Baton Rouge and not let kids get out? I know it's impossible, but how hard is it to try to keep your arms around just the immediate area?
Well, all you can do is offer them an opportunity to come play for you, and you recruit them, and at the end of the day, you got to make decisions. I was just watching the kid from Opelousas committed the other day, I think, to go play at Georgia State. So it's going to happen. You're going to lose players. You're going to get some. But at the end of the day, I think you got to recruit and you got to stop by. And when you do that, you give yourself an opportunity. I wasn't here when Chad Williams went to Grambling, but we've lost some guys. Some have gone to Jackson, some have gone to Grambling, some are going to Texas Southern. So, but all you can do is recruit them and get them and try to have an opportunity to bring them to your university. But at the end of the day, I think we do a great job of going to every school in the state of Louisiana. We knock on the door. We try to keep the local talent here, but guys are going to venture off, and what you try to do is make sure the ones that you get fit your system, and you give them a chance to play, and hopefully they pan out to be great football players for you.
Well, there you have it, the Coach Dawson Odums recruiting MO for the Southern University Jaguars. Coach, talking about some of the guys that we got, let's take a look at some of the offensive plays from the first 6 games. And, Coach, it's amazing the difference of a seasoned veteran quarterback makes for your team. And we're talking about Austin Howard. That young man, last 2 games, has really stabilized the offense. And, you know, because of his knee injury, he's really kind of sitting back in that pocket and really looks sharp when he gets ready to pass the ball.
Well, I think he gives you an opportunity to be successful. He knows the offense. He's seen, there's not too many defenses that he has not seen. He's very comfortable, has a great understanding, and when you have that, you have a guy that's back there that's cool, calm, and collected, you got a chance to make some plays and really make some big plays.
Coach, one of the, surprises, and I'm happy for the kid this year, has been our running back, number 21, Herb Edwards.
Yep.
The kid had to sit behind Leonard Fournette at St. Aug, and then he had to sit behind the SWAC greatest running back of all time, Leonard Tillery, for 3 years, but he's finally getting his chance, and he's making the most of it.
Well, and that's what opportunity, gives you, is that you never know when you're going to get an opportunity, but if you prepare yourself, you can receive it and turn it into something great. And Herb has done that. He's welcomed his opportunity, and he's relishing in the moment, and we're going to need him to play extremely well going down the stretch.
Coach, the other running back, Ben, he really was showing some moxie early on. How's his health? How's he coming back?
Well, he's going to have an opportunity. I don't think he'll play this week, but I won't rule it out. Mm-hmm. But I know he'll be healthy going into the UAPB game. So he's recovering well. I think it was a 2 to 3 week ordeal, but we look forward to getting him back. And once we get him back, we'll be, at 100% with our football team, and going down the stretch, we got just as good a chance as anybody.
Coach, we lost our big receiver, Randall Menard, with a broken leg for the season, but some of the other receivers are really stepping up and having some good years. And that's one of your axioms: next man up. On the receiver side, who are those next men up?
Well, we're starting right now 3 freshmen.
3 freshmen.
3 freshmen getting a chance to play, and we got some seniors that we're counting on that they're gonna have to step up going down the stretch. And I like where they are mentally. I really think it comes down to your mental approach to the game and your effort. And one thing we're not gonna tolerate is you going out there playing with a lack of effort. It don't take a lot of talent to give 100% effort. And those freshmen are, again, embracing the opportunity, and we look forward to going down the stretch with our football team being very competitive.
You just saw Danny Johnson returning a punt and also catching the touchdown. That young man has scored from the offensive side, the special team side, and the defensive side of the ball. Coach, you got to be pleased when you got a player like that who can put 6 points on the board from any place on the field.
Well, he's an exciting football player. He's a tremendous talented and gifted individual. But you're right, anytime he touches the ball, he has the opportunity to go the distance. He believes he can go the distance. He's just one of those playmakers that we have on our football team that we're just finding a way to incorporate in the whole game, whether it's defense, special teams, or offense. We believe he's one of the more exciting players in our conference.
Coach, to kind of wrap up the offensive talk, is there a point total that you feel is comfortable that the Jaguars need to score every game to have an opportunity to win? I mean, 25 points, 35 points. The SWAC's a pretty wide open league. The other team's going to score some points as well. Do you have a point total that you say, if we can get 35 points, our defense ought to hold them?
Well, I really think the point total is one more than they got.
Wow, one more than they got.
Just get one more
That's
than
good.
they got, then I think we'll
good.
be able to say we're happy with that point total.
All right, when we come back, we'll move forward with our rest of the show. Stay with us on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. One more, huh?
I have 2 kids, and like any mom, I want them to be healthy. So I chose Healthy Blue for our Healthy Louisiana plan. We get all our Medicaid benefits and pharmacy and prescription drug coverage. But you know what I really like? I get rewards for taking my kids to their doctor visits.
Choose Healthy Blue. Call 1-855-229-6848 today. That's 1-855-229-6848.
Diseases from smoking kill more African Americans each year than car crashes, AIDS, and murders combined. In the U.S., about 1 in 5 African American adults smoke cigarettes. It's estimated that each cigarette you smoke shortens your life by 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes less to spend time with people you love doing what you love each time you smoke a cigarette. Is it worth it? Smoking affects us all.
Hi, I'm Coach Dawson Odums, and if you're looking for a great new or used car, Jerry Lane Chevrolet invites you to come and check them out. Whatever your taste in vehicle is, they got a great lineup to fit your style, and most importantly, your budget. Personally, they're taking care of me with this great truck. I'm a big guy, and this a big truck. It's roomy and comfortable, and it has to get up and go when I need to get up and go. So remember, whatever your taste in vehicles, come visit us at Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Go Jags!
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums, where each week we come to you from Martha's Bistro, located at 19900 Old Scenic Highway in Zachary, Louisiana. We invite you to come up, have some lunch, talk a little Southern football once we're done with the show. Coach, of course, we didn't have a game this week, but who are our alpha media players of the week as far as leadership is concerned on offense, defense, and special teams?
Well, defensive, I think a guy that's done a tremendous job for is Aaron Tiller. This young man is off to a great start. Special team-wise is Danny Johnson. We can always count on him for a big return. And offensively, I think this young man is playing lights out and getting better each and every week is offensive lineman, Christian Rodriguez.
Coach, we have no Coca-Cola player interview this week, so tune in next week and we'll have a Coca-Cola player interview after the Jackson State game. Coach, 6 games in, seems like we're really hot last 2 games on both offense and defense. How do we sustain that moving forward as we get into the heart of that SWAC schedule?
Well, I think it's attention to detail, just setting the agenda, what you expect from them, and being able to achieve that throughout the week. And our guys understand this game is about us going in and continue to play well, focusing on us, doing the necessary things that we need to do in order to be successful, offensive, defensive, and special teams. If we do that, we give ourselves a great chance to win a football game.
Coach, looking at our SWAC schedule and the standings in the SWAC, we actually have to run a gauntlet to get to the SWAC championship game. Next week, we got J-State. The following week, UAPB, then the Texas school. PV comes to us, Texas Southern, we go to them, and then the open date, then Grambling. Literally, you got to be on your game every week. You can't have a letdown.
Well, exactly. But I think the good thing is that, this is the first year we were supposed to have a East versus a West champion. So the good thing is you got to win your side. So the overall record is head to head. So if you take care of business on your side, you got a chance to represent our division in the SWAC Conference Championship, and that's what it's all about. We know we want to be playing well going into November because, the last part of October and into November are games that are against foes on our side. So we need to be playing very well going down the stretch.
Coach, explain that to the viewership, because a lot of people ask me that question. We were SWAC East, SWAC West, Southern, Grambling. The Texas schools were the SWAC West. All the other schools were in the SWAC East, the Alcorn, the Alabamas, J-State. But this year, we changed it to a 7-game SWAC season, but we're still SWAC East and SWAC West. But next year, we do away with the East and the West, and it's just all one conference, 7 SWAC games. Is that how it works?
Well, this is supposed to be the last year for the SWAC championship game.
Okay.
So we didn't know this was going to be the last year when we agreed to go to a 7-game schedule. And the reason we went to a 7-game schedule is that you have an Eastern champ and a Western champ, and you didn't have to play everybody because it's determined by your side.
Okay.
And then the crossover games determine like head-to-head tiebreakers. So if it was a tiebreaker on our side, then you look at who did we play head-to-head and who won that head-to-head battle from the crossover bracket. But the good thing is you got a chance to play everybody on your side, so you control your own destiny by just winning your side. Next year, there's supposed to not be a SWAC championship, so it doesn't matter. You're going to have a 7-game schedule. Still, some teams will play 8, but it's all about now tiebreaker.
Right.
Because you're not playing everybody, and if you're not playing everybody, we're going to have to probably go back to to a 9-game schedule and play everybody in the conference, so you'll have an outright champion to decide who go to the Celebration Bowl. So it's a lot to be decided. We understand why they're not having the SWAC championship or why they propose not to have it, because we do have a Celebration Bowl, and we're fortunate to have that Celebration Bowl. But that's the reasoning behind why we're playing a 7-game schedule this year, is because we're supposed to have an East champion versus a West champion.
Well, when we come back, we're going to look at one of the most anticipated weekends of the SWAC season for Southern University Jaguars and Jackson State Tigers. The J-State Southern game at Mississippi Memorial Stadium this coming weekend in Jackson, Mississippi. So stay with us, and we'll talk J-State when we come back.
All right, get ready, get ready, get ready.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Each morning in Baton Rouge, we rise to meet opportunity. We carry the weight of responsibility proudly. We choose our paths. We move fast and we fly high. We light the way for others to follow. We make it happen. But what really matters is what happens when we land at home. Baton Rouge Metropolitan Airport. Fly easy.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Coach, we talked about it right before the break. This weekend, one of those games that the Jaguar Nation always asterisks on their schedule. Jackson State and Mississippi Memorial Stadium. They love, for some reason, we love going to Jackson. Sometimes we don't come to Mumford for the J-State game, but we will go to Jackson, which is really strange to me, but that's neither here nor there. Always one of our biggest rivals, the J-State Tigers. They're kind of going through it a little bit this year. Strange year for the proud J-State Tigers. They're 0 for the season, 0 for the SWAC. I mean, 0 for everything. And we're talking about Jackson State, one of the proudest programs in the SWAC. Coach, what is going on up there? And has Coach Hughes lost the team?
Well, I have no idea. I think it's a matter of just us getting ready to play against a football team that it's unknown, man. They're 0-6 for a reason, but you don't know what's going on inside their locker room. You have no idea the reason why. When you watch the film, they have some players that can make plays, and it's our responsibility to make sure we play well. And to me, that's what it's all about, and that's what it's been about all week. It's just making sure our guys understand how important it is for us to play very well and play our kind of style of football. And if we do that, I think we'll like our chances up at Jackson State.
Coach, the Tigers are coming off a 33-7 loss to Division II Tuskegee. And, again, for a very proud program, I know there's a lot of head shaking and head scratching up there in Jackson. What do the Tigers like to do on offense and defense, Coach?
Well, offensively, I really think they want to try to get the running game going. They haven't had a lot of success. They're an RPO football team off zone action. And defensively, they're trying to, really keep the ball in front of you, and they get in some 4 down, 3 down, and play, a lot of 1 high and 2 high coverages. So about like everybody else in the conference, it's a matter of the ball bouncing your way and making plays, and that's our challenge for our guys. Offensively, take care of the football, and defensively, let's see if we can get some takeaways.
Looked at the SWAC individual stat leaders. The highest Jackson State individual player on the stat leaders was probably 6th in one of the categories, not the normal Jackson State year. But you know what, Coach? They're going to get up to play the Southern Jaguars.
Well, like everybody else, you know, they're at home. You know, pride's on the line. You didn't play very well the last time out, and you know, the good thing is we coming off a bye week, and I really like to focus our football team because, you know, we understand that we're playing for some consistency and playing a certain type of brand of football. So if we do that, we're going to have a great chance. But you're right. Everybody's going to get up for us. This is a rivalry game. You can throw records out the window. We got to go up there and play very well.
All right, when we come back, we're going to wrap up this week's edition of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums.
I have 2 kids, and like any mom, I want them to be healthy. So I chose Healthy Blue for our Healthy Louisiana plan. We get all our Medicaid benefits and pharmacy and prescription drug coverage. But you know what I really like? I get rewards for taking my kids to their doctor visits.
Choose Healthy Blue. Call 1-855-229-6848 today. That's 1-855-229-6848.
Diseases from smoking kill more African Americans each year than car crashes, AIDS, and murders combined. In the U.S., about 1 in 5 African American adults smoke cigarettes. It's estimated that each cigarette you smoke shortens your life by 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes less to spend time with people you love doing what you love each time you smoke a cigarette. Is it worth it? Smoking affects us all.
Hi, I'm Coach Dawson Odums, and if you're looking for a great new or used car, Jerry Lane Chevrolet invites you to come and check them out. Whatever your taste in vehicle is, they got a great lineup to fit your style, and most importantly, your budget. Personally, they're taking care of me with this great truck. I'm a big guy, and this a big truck. It's roomy and comfortable, and it has to get up and go when I need to get up and go. So remember, whatever your taste in vehicles, come visit us at Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Go Jags!
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Dawson Odums. Coach, as we wrap up the show this week, anything that you want to tell the Jaguar Nation about coming up to Mississippi?
Well, yes, you know, I don't think you have to tell Jaguar Nation to come up to Mississippi and root us on the victory up at Jackson State. They enjoy this game, they enjoy this trip, so we look forward to be a rocking environment.
And once we get in the station, we're going to be saying 2 things.
Go Jags!